Clint Walker, born Norman Eugene Walker on May 30th, 1927, in Hartford, Illinois, grew up during the hardships of the Great Depression, a period that shaped his quiet determination and strong work ethic. His family lived modestly, and from an early age he understood the value of discipline, patience, and physical labor. He left school to help support himself and took on a series of demanding jobs, from factory work to riverboat duties, and even serving in the Merchant Marine near the end of World War II. These early experiences did not promise fame or glamour, but they built the foundation of the man audiences would later admire. His towering height, deep voice, and calm presence were natural gifts. Yet it was his resilience and humility that truly set him apart long before Hollywood ever discovered him. The road to Hollywood, Walker's entry into the entertainment world, was anything but planned. After years of physical labor and ordinary employment, he eventually found himself working in Las Vegas as a doorman, where his imposing presence often caught people's attention. He was not chasing celebrity status. Rather, opportunities slowly appeared as others noticed his striking look and gentle confidence. At 6'6" with broad shoulders and a naturally steady voice, he seemed built for the screen, yet he carried himself without arrogance. Hollywood in the 1950s was filled with aspiring actors, but Walker stood out because he never appeared desperate for attention. Instead, he moved forward with quiet assurance. His journey reminds many that success sometimes arrives not through aggressive pursuit, but through preparation meeting the right moment, combined with a willingness to try something entirely new. Breakthrough with Cheyenne. In 1955, Clint Walker's life changed dramatically when he was cast as Cheyenne Body in the television series Cheyenne. The show became the first hour-long Western on American television and quickly gained popularity. Walker's portrayal of a lone cowboy guided by honor and fairness resonated deeply with audiences who were searching for steady heroes during a time of social change. He did not rely on flashy acting or exaggerated emotion. Instead, his strength came from stillness, sincerity, and moral clarity. For 8 seasons, the series helped define the television Western genre and turned Walker into a household name. Viewers admired not only the character's courage, but also his sense of decency. In many ways, Walker's natural personality blended seamlessly with the role, creating a figure who felt authentic rather than manufactured for entertainment. Expanding into film. Although television made him famous, Walker also stepped into film with determination. Throughout the late 1950s and 1960s, he appeared in several westerns and action films, including Yellowstone Kelly, Night of the Grizzly, and the war classic The Dirty Dozen. These roles allowed him to show that he was more than a television cowboy. While he was often cast as physically strong characters, he aimed to bring depth and quiet intelligence to each performance. His screen presence was less about loud heroics and more about controlled intensity. Audiences appreciated that he never seemed artificial or overdramatic. Even when playing soldiers or frontiersmen, he conveyed a sense of humanity beneath the toughness. This balance between strength and warmth helped him remain respected in an industry where many actors struggled to avoid being trapped in a single stereotype. Personal character behind the scenes. Off-screen, Clint Walker was known for being courteous, private, and grateful toward fans. Unlike many celebrities of his era, he rarely sought publicity or scandal. Those who worked with him often described him as professional and steady, someone who arrived prepared and treated others with respect. He experienced personal hardships, including family losses and health scares. Yet, he carried these burdens quietly. One remarkable event occurred in 1971, when he survived a near-fatal skiing accident that would have ended many careers. His recovery reinforced the public image of him as a resilient figure, but those close to him saw a man who valued life more deeply afterward. He did not present himself as invincible. Rather, he embodied perseverance, demonstrating that strength can exist alongside humility and kindness without contradiction. Family life and relationships. Clint Walker's personal life reflected stability more than spectacle. He married 3 times across his long life, and each relationship represented a meaningful chapter, rather than a fleeting headline. His first marriage to Vera Garver began before his fame, and together they raised their daughter Valerie, who later became one of the first female airline pilots in the United States, an achievement that brought him immense pride. After their divorce, Walker eventually remarried, seeking companionship rooted in mutual respect rather than glamour. His later marriages were marked by privacy and devotion rather than public drama. In his final decades, he found comfort in a quieter lifestyle shared with loved ones. Though the world saw him as a towering Western hero, at home he was remembered as gentle, loyal, and deeply supportive of family ambitions and dreams. Professional differences in Hollywood. During the golden age of television westerns, many actors shared studios and schedules, and differences in personality or working style were common. Clint Walker and fellow actor James Garner were contemporaries who rose to fame through different kinds of western series. Garner's style leaned toward humor and clever charm, while Walker's roles emphasized seriousness and traditional heroism. These contrasts sometimes led to professional tension, not unusual in a competitive industry shaped by studio politics and media comparisons. Rather than a dramatic feud, their relationship reflected differing philosophies about career paths and public expression. Walker valued quiet professionalism, while Garner was more openly critical of studio systems. Over time, fans often framed this contrast as rivalry, but in reality it was largely a difference in temperament and approach rather than personal hostility, a reminder that strong personalities can simply walk separate roads. Later, career and enduring popularity. Even as the popularity of westerns declined, Clint Walker remained a respected figure among classic television audiences. He continued to make occasional appearances, lend his voice to projects, and attend fan conventions where he was warmly received. Retirement did not sever his connection with admirers. Instead, it allowed him to engage with them on his own terms. Many who met him later in life described him as approachable and sincere, grateful that his work had left such a lasting impression. His legacy grew stronger with time as new generations discovered classic westerns through reruns and home media. Unlike trends that fade quickly, Walker's appeal endured because it was rooted in authenticity. He represented a style of storytelling where heroes were defined by integrity and quiet courage, rather than spectacle or exaggerated drama. Final years and passing. Clint Walker spent his later years in relative peace, away from constant media attention. He enjoyed a slower rhythm of life, focusing on family, friendships, and personal reflection. Despite maintaining impressive vitality for many years, age eventually brought natural health challenges. He passed away on May 21, 2018, just days before his 91st birthday. News of his death prompted heartfelt tributes from fans, colleagues, and admirers who remembered not only his commanding screen presence, but also his gentle demeanor in real life. Those closest to him spoke of his warmth and quiet humor, rather than his fame. His passing felt less like the loss of a distant celebrity, and more like saying goodbye to a familiar figure who had been part of people's living rooms for decades through television and film. Legacy and lasting influence. Clint Walker's true legacy lies not simply in the roles he played, but in the values he represented. He became a symbol of steadiness during a period when audiences sought reassurance through storytelling. His characters embodied fairness, courage, and respect, qualities that resonated far beyond entertainment. He proved that an actor could be strong without aggression and famous without arrogance. Generations of viewers continue to associate him with an era when westerns carried moral clarity and heroes were defined by character rather than spectacle. Beyond the screen, his life demonstrated loyalty to family, humility in success, and resilience through hardship. Clint Walker remains remembered not only as Cheyenne Bodie, but as a man whose presence suggested calm strength, a reminder that dignity and kindness can leave as lasting an impression as any cinematic achievement.